And then the most fun part of this whole technique is washing the brushes. Since these are oil paints, we're washing our brushes with odorless paint thinner. Shake off the excess and just beat the devil out of it. That's really the most fun part.
I am leaving, think I'm...
For once, let's try to do something productive. I have a Warhammer 40k Tyranid army to paint. We have already tried the paint scheme. Let's now try the base. Welcome, my name is Hubert, and on this channel I learn about miniature painting with you. I want some sort of dead world alien bases for my Tyranid army, with grass tufts, rocks, egg sacs, skulls, you name it, as well as a few glowing mushrooms here and there. So today, here is another quick video on how to prepare and paint dead world alien bases for your Warhammer 40k armies. It might inspire some of you on your future projects, so I try to explain everything I do. I have to try this before doing the heavy stuff later. First, I wanted to add some bits to the base, so naturally, I asked myself, why not get into 3D printing? So I ordered some bits from Etsy, and I'll use a selection of them as an example. I just want to see if it all blends well together. Once everything is glued and in place, time to cover the whole base with some mud texture from Greenstuff Road. First time trying this one, and I was a little worried at first, fearing it might be too liquid to sell any effect, but in the end it dried very nicely. It's very easy to use. I just apply it with an old moist brush and try to create random patterns to hide the brush strokes. Let's prime it, and while we're at it, let's discuss methodology. Do you guys prepare and paint your bases before doing the mini that goes on it? Or during or after painting it? For me, the most natural thing to do is build the base around the mini, so the texture makes the link between the mini and the base. I then prime and paint the whole thing together. That way, they look as one piece taken from one scene. Unless of course you have to do sub-assembly or stuff like that. Share your thoughts in the comments. I sometimes struggle with special models or special effects when trying to decide what to paint or prepare first. Now primed, I'll use dark brown and dark grey from AK Interactive to build a base layer. These are fairly dark colors because I wanted my glowing shrooms and miniatures to pop off, so I need a quite muted base. Time to work on the details. I got some fluorescent paints I wanted to try, but they didn't seem to work. So if anybody knows how to use them, feel free to enlighten us in the comments. Vallejo Bonewhite for the skulls. I also used AK Ocean Blue on a few areas, but I won't do it again. And Vallejo Blue-Violet on the plants and X-Sax. I then dry brush some AK Sky Blue on the violet parts, plants and eggs, and this leads us to my favorite part, washing the whole base with Agrax Earthshade. I just love doing this step, because using a wash is just fun and very, very satisfying, as this is where you start adding contrast. To add even more contrast, here is the last step. Dry brushing with AK Granite, then AK Silver Grey. I go heavy on the rocky areas and try to be irregular on the whole surface, trying to mimic what just plain dirt would look like. And that's it! If you want fast and cool looking bases for your armies, you can stop here, because everything we've done so far is not time consuming. For my Tyranids, I want to go a bit further by making the mushrooms glow, and then add some alien grass tufts that I found on eBay. Good thing I tried this on a prototype first, because I now know the exact sequence to make the shrooms glow. And this is a nice exercise to practice detail airbrushing too. The key here is to get the right thinned paint and the right air pressure to be able to do small spots. The right order is purple for me first, because I'll be adding some purple grass later, and then pass again with some diluted white ink to reinforce the glow in the middle. It's not exactly how I wanted it here, because I went for white, purple, then white again. So next time I'll go purple first, and the effect will fade better with distance from the shroom. La cerise sur le gâteau maintenant. I randomly add some grass tufts on the base, and I use PVA glue dots to help it stick. PVA glue is nice because it dries transparent and matte, so completely invisible. Let's see how it looks. I hope this video can help some of you, and maybe some of you might help me or others in the comments. This is some really basic stuff, but just by doing this, you can get really nice looking bases for your armies. Also, you can adapt this technique however you see fit to match your theme. Painting bases is one of my favorite things to do in this hobby, and I think the game changer here is the ground texture. Gives me so much control and helps me blend everything I want to add to the ground very nicely. So I'll see you very soon for something quite impressive. And no, it's not my huge cock.
Something I want to show you.
Something magical and full of wonder.
Can you guess what goes on this? Anyway, until next time, happy painting!